Be a good change of pace for you, a nice young doctor.
Oh, Mother. I'm sorry. Ginger ale. And white wine.
Thank you.
We now join our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
She gave so much grief to Duke and Andy. How come she gets to be so happy?
Oh, Mom, I don't know. It's just the wheels of life, you know. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down.
Well, mine must be square and stuck in a rut.
I didn't mean to ignore you before, but Jade called with a little crisis needed ironing out.
Anything M&A can help with?
Oh, excuse me.
Now join AsTheWorldStillTurns.
Dan, sorry, but I beat you to it. Shall we? Well.
Oh, sure.
Well, Dr. Stewart, would you care to dance?
Well, why not?
Brian, you look too worried. I hope you can settle this big emergency, whatever it is, and get back to working things out with Beatrice.
Sometimes it's not so easy.
Well, you love her, don't you? Well, that's a start.
Did you ever get back in touch with Brian today?
No, why?
I was just wondering what could have been so urgent when he hasn't even come over to say goodbye.
Would you like to dance?
Oh, come on, you know I'm not very good at it.
Oh, you need to practice for the AIDS ball. Come on.
Yes, I did.
All right, it's a nice small one. Take it easy. There you go. It's like dancing to the jukebox at Grace's Roadside Cafe. Hey, you got better. Has Angel been giving you lessons?
I hope that you'll have some time off to dance with me later. Oh, this Julie, I'll say hi to Mom now. Who's that guy? Looks kind of familiar.
Yeah, you met in Boston. Larry McDermott.
What's he doing here?
Well, I haven't really had a chance to tell you yet. He's on staff at Memorial now. Hi, so are you sitting with Sean? I have your table ready. Well, ask her if you can see those things.
Yeah, Julie, do you have that note and pen with you that you found in Tonia's bed?
Good night. Always good to see you both.
Always good to see you.
It just feels so good to be home.
Oh, so good to have you. I'm glad to hear that because you seemed a little bit distracted tonight.
Yeah. Well, maybe I was thinking about Kim and Bob.
What do you mean?
Well, I had a long talk with Kim before I got back here. She said it was all right to tell you. She and Bob both have felt strange keeping it from you.
Keeping what from me?
They've hit a rough spot in their marriage. That's why Bob went to L.A. alone. Kim felt that they needed some time away from each other.
Oh, David. How can such a thing... Did it start with Andy's problems when Kim was spending all that time with John?
Well, it seems so. And of course, that gave her very little time for Bob.
Oh.
That kind of thing, you know, if it's left unattended, it can snowball.
Into what? You're not saying that there's someone else.
Susan.
Oh, David, I can't believe it. That explains why Kim left suddenly when Susan arrived at Lila's.
Right. And of course, it makes it even harder for Kim that it's Susan.
Well, of course it is. How serious is it with Bob and Susan?
Kim says Bob wants to keep the marriage together, insists he loves her. So I'm sure that whatever he had with Susan is all over, and I feel in time that they will get past it. But all the way home, I was appreciating what we have. Even though we have to spend a lot of time apart. Don't ever let me take it for granted.
Good night, Lisa. Thank you.
Have you heard from Bob?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he called from his hotel. Sounds as if this is going to be a very busy, productive time for him. And I have promised myself I'm going to make it the same kind of time for me. I thought you should know right away that Gavin's made it perfectly clear PR is the most important factor in his decision. All right, we have an angle. All right, I know that Walsh has Ellie and PR is her forte, but I'm going to go and find the absolute best PR firm in Chicago and hire them to come up with a killer campaign, and Gavin will be ours. Keep up the good work.
Sweetheart, I think I'm going to take off.
No way! Come on, Franco's been looking at you ever since you danced with him.
If that Continental creep is the best I can do, then I'm going to join a Confident.
Emily, may I have another dance?
Sure.
Would you mind if I talk to your mother first?
Darling, I'm going to leave as soon as I finish my coffee.
Okay.
When did your daughter last have a vacation?
I can't even remember.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Okay, Andy, I know you really don't trust me very much, but I can do some of the legwork here. I mean, I can find out maybe where Tonio bought that pin for Gail. Get a receipt, maybe?
How are you going to do that?
Why? How? Oh, Bianca can help me.
Hey, Julie's going to get us the pin and the note. Is that great?
Awesome.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you, Sean.
I know.
Hi there. I didn't get the chance to say hello when you came in earlier.
Larry, you remember Sean?
Pleasure.
This is his sister, Courtney. Hello.
Hi.
And my brother, Andy Dixon.
Hi, Andy. I've heard a lot about you. From Franny. Listen, I was just on my way out, so I'll see you all again soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, great.
Good night. Good night. That's the guy you went out with in Boston?
Yeah. He's on staff at Memorial now.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I've got to get cracking on this PR person. Hold it, maybe you have some ideas. Do you want to come back to the condo with me?
I need to get home and start tracking Henry Lang down. But I'll drop you off.
Actually, he sounded pretty tense when I talked to him on the phone, but I guess that's because it was me.
Could be. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
So, honey, now you understand what Andy was talking about, right?
Yeah, it just was a shock to hear Tonio's bed mentioned.
I know, sweetie. I'm never going to forget how you forgave me. It really meant a lot to me, you know.
All right, well, I'll just go pay this check while you guys say goodbye.
It's rather a close call at the loft. You might have left the lights on. I practically fell on my face trying to leave.
I'll turn them off. Did you knock up for me?
Yeah. I'll call you when I know my plans.
Dr. Stewart, would you care to have a little nightcap with me?
Franco, I'm tired, and I'm an alcoholic. I really don't think I'd be much fun for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, Susan, I just came from Kim's, and she's feeling miserable and lonely, all because of that stupid lie you told her. You said you were so in love with Baham. What's the matter with you? Don't you have any sense of decency at all? It wasn't a lie. I am in love with him. And you, of all people, should understand that, since you were once in love with him yourself and you were stupid enough to let him go.
Kim, dear, I love my son very much, though I couldn't possibly condone what he did. I just hope, as you get on with your life, as you say you're going to do, you remember that Bob loves you more than anything else in the whole wide world, and he wants to spend the rest of his life with you.
I'm telling you, tomorrow when Jet starts her defense, it's going to be a completely different story.
I hope so.
Thanks for not asking me about that. Taught me so much. You won't leave without saying goodnight.
Well, of course not, silly. I'm staying upstairs, remember?
Of course. There goes a man who's got the world on a string. I envy that.
Well, I don't envy him, because he doesn't know what Duncan and I have had. Know what you had with Beatrice.
Remember our dinner date in Quebec City? It's still on, but the locale has changed. Switzerland tomorrow night. You can look over my entire operation there and get a long-deserved vacation.
Well, I have it on good authority that you are the best PR firm in Chicago, so I want to have a conference here tomorrow. Cost is no object. You will? That's great. Do you have the address? Excellent, then I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to Montgomery Associates, Mr. Kruger. Alden, why couldn't it ever have been right for us?
No matter how hard I try, Louie, you'll always be a part of me.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Children's Clothes by Good Lad of Philadelphia. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.